Better search result. And this is by Bradley Ton. He says, and UX experience and case study, rethinking the design of search results layout. So he goes into searching the web, what is the most performed. He says he just says Google loans receives like 40,000 searches, 3.5 billion search per day on average. That's a lot. So input, output, and then he actually analyzes DuckDuckGo and see what it looks like, everything like that. He's just stating overall the whole design is clean. It focuses what the user care about. There's a plane presented right on the top, and everything looks good. But he said the overall UX is a different story. So I thought that was interesting. And then basically he just keeps on going. It's saying about like how about the NLO or the power user device that people can't afford, the data caps in for internet. So I thought it was kind of interesting. Respecting users' limitations, which that is so true in a way, because maybe people don't have faster cell phones, or maybe they don't have a laptop, or maybe they do have a phone and they just don't have a laptop. I don't know. So everybody's different. So he keeps introducing the page size and just giving detail, the page indicator, and the scanning results. Basically, to have the ability to know the weight that's given its waste. What about privacy? What about sending your data to third-party services? And and basically our favorite ads popping up with ads. Do this, do that. Just because you go to some site and then you get this ad to shop here, you're like, how the heck do they know that I shop there? They just know. So it's pretty interesting how he kind of puts everything together. And what I really like kind of towards on the bottom, I thought was kind of funny. He mentioned, stop feeding your customer garbage and you won't have to worry about more detailed search results. You'll be one of the good guys. So he definitely has a funny sense humor with everything. So what do you think, Adam?
I definitely like his new layout that he is kind of suggesting. So usually, how Google's or well, this is DuckDuckGo's, but usually the idea is that you have all these floating kind of links, and kind of with their indicator, their descriptors and their links kind of just floating out on the browser. And he kind of like reversed it where all those parts are boxed or within a box, and then the part where it have like the Wikipedia, that's kind of floating in the browser. And so I kind of like that look. It looks a little nicer. It breaks up the content better, so I have a better view of where like each link begins, even though you have the blue indicator of where the links are by it being a page header. I still kind of like the idea of breaking it up into little boxes like this. It just looks nice to me. I sort of get the idea of the page size, how much load you're expecting before you get there. I don't know if that is that much useful information, I guess, because I would think relevancy uh, trumps page size any given day, right? I want to find my exact information. I'm not going to be too deterred by a website if it loads a little longer than another site, because it's giving me the information that I want. So I don't know. It depends on the case. If I'm casually looking for information, sure, maybe that'd be interesting. But um, usually I want that site. I'm looking for a very specific thing when I'm searching, and the idea of like, oh, this is the site you want, but it's 5 MB. This other site that you may or may not want, it's only 223 kilobytes. Want to check it out? I'm like, wow. I mean, this is what I want. So I don't know. Maybe it depends on who does it. But I definitely like the idea of the scan results um, section where it detects ads or it detects the experience that you're going to get. Oh, this the idea of like this site tracks you at any given time, or this site does this or that. That's awesome. They need to find a way to include this. I don't know about ads detected. I feel like that'll be on almost every site, right? I don't know how you can have a website that might not have ads on it. I always assume a site will have ads, but the idea of like, oh, this party tracks you with third party cookies, you have to opt out. It doesn't tell you to opt out initially, something that'll tell you right away what you're getting into. That's awesome. I definitely love something like that. So what can we do to get that experience going? If DuckDuckGo or Yahoo did more things like that, I'd definitely be more willing to switch to search for things like that, right? So maybe with that'll be these feature killers that'll get us over to these.
I agree with Adam. So if we have any Yahoo employees out there, Adam gave you a great feature to do, and DuckDuckGo as well, because we will certainly switch over. Right now, I do use Google. I do use Chrome and Google.
Yeah, we're talking about privacy. Tell us what's on these sites when we're about to get on there, right? Oh, this site is affiliated with Facebook. This site, I don't know, things that we might not know about that we should.